Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all the teachers and the education officers who are joining us via YouTube and Zoom platform. I, Shikha, extend my regards and welcome you in this platform that has been organized for the teachers of Southwest Garo Hills, Meghalaya. So a very warm welcome to everyone who's joining in this platform. Collaboration allows us to know more than we are capable of knowing ourselves. And that is why this collaboration has been done by Samagra Siksha and Sri Aurobindo Society to orient the teachers on the new education policy. So in this joint venture, I welcome you all the teachers and the education officers joining us from Southwest Garo Hills, Meghalaya. So in this session, specially organized for the teachers, we have some chief guest and special guest, and I extend my regards to them. As chief guest, we will be joined by Ms. Aarti D. Sangma, DSEO, Southwest Garo Hills, Meghalaya. And as special guest, we will have Mr. Ashok Sharma, National Training Head, Rupantar Sri Aurobindo Society. I would like to inform the teachers and the education officers who are watching us via YouTube channel and Zoom platform that it is under the esteemed guidance and mentorship of respected Ashok sir that we've been conducting these webinars. Series of webinars are being organized by Sri Aurobindo Society and Samagra Siksha under the mentorship of respected Ashok sir. And we have successfully conducted 210 webinars till date in the past 3 months. In Meghalaya also, we are going very strong and we've conducted 9 webinars till date, and this is our 10th webinar in Meghalaya state. And very soon we will be able to complete the last district also, and Meghalaya will also join those states who have completed their webinars. The training sessions have been completed in all the districts. So Meghalaya will soon join those states too. So a very warm welcome again to everyone. नमस्कार और स्वागत है आप सभी का राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति परिवर्तन एवं प्रभाव इस विषय पर चर्चा करने के लिए हम सभी आज यहाँ जुटे हुए हैं। और समग्र शिक्षा और श्री औरबिंदो सोसाइटी का यह एक सम्मिलित प्रयास है जहां इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में ही ओरिएंटेशन सेशन होगा और टीचर्स को हमारी मास्टर ट्रेनर मिस शाजिया बेनजीर मैम उन सभी शिक्षकों को इस नीति से अवगत कराएंगी। तो सभी अतिथि जन का मैं स्वागत करती हूं और राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के ऊपर चर्चा परिचर्चा में उन सभी को आमंत्रित भी करती हूं। और अब मैं रुक करूंगी, आदरणीय अशोक सर की तरफ अनुरोध करूंगी उनसे कि उस वेबिनार का आगाज करें। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति परिवर्तन एवं प्रभाव इस विषय पर हम सभी को से अपने विचार साझा करें और सभी शिक्षकों को प्रेरित करें। ओवर टू यू रिस्पेक्टेड सर।
नमस्कार, मैं अशोक श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी के एक प्रतिनिधि के रूप में, मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में मिस एराती डी संगमा, DSEO, साउथ वेस्ट गारो हिल्स मेघालय एवं अन्य एजुकेशन ऑफिसर्स और सभी शिक्षक गुरुजन जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, उन सब का इस वेबिनार में हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं और हार्दिक अभिनंदन। शिक्षा का अर्थ है कि हमारा सामाजिक जीवन कैसा है। शिक्षा का अर्थ है कि हमें संवेदना कितनी है। शिक्षा का अर्थ है कि जीवों के और वनस्पतियों के प्रति हमारा दृष्टिकोण क्या है। और शायद भारत एक ऐसा देश है जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण विषय जो संवेदना है वो भारत में जन्मी। और भारत में जन्मी तो शायद पूरा विश्व आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि से भारत की तरफ देखता है कि उनका दृष्टिकोण क्या है, वो कैसा सोचते हैं। निश्चित रूप से भारत एक ऐसा देश है जहाँ वनस्पति भी पूजी जाती हैं, जहाँ पहाड़ भी पूजे जाते हैं, जहाँ नदियां भी पूजी जाती हैं। इंसान की तो बात छोड़िए, बहुत सारे पशुओं को पूजा जाता है। पशुओं के प्रति एक श्रद्धा का भाव है। निश्चित रूप से ये इस बात का प्रतीक है कि भारत में संवेदना कितनी है। भारत मनुष्य को मनुष्य की तरह देखता है या नहीं देखता है, पशुओं को भी एक आत्मा के रूप में स्वीकार करता है या नहीं करता। ये भारत की संस्कृति है, भारत की कल्चर है, ये भारत का आचरण है। शायद इसी आचरण और इसी संस्कृति और कल्चर को भारत से हटाने की कोशिश की उन आक्रांताओं ने, जिन्होंने हम पे आक्रमण किया और हमारे देश को एक लंबे समय तक गुलाम रखा। उसी कल्चर, उसी संस्कृति और उन्हीं संस्कारों को तोड़ने का प्रयास किया, और शायद वो तोड़ने में सफल रहे होंगे, इसीलिए हम इतने लंबे समय तक गुलाम रहे। लेकिन जब देश स्वतंत्र हो गया है तो अब जरूरत इस बात की है कि वो तमाम संस्कार, वो तमाम संस्कृति, जो हमारी कल्चर है, जो हमारा दृष्टिकोण है, वो दोबारा उत्पन्न होना चाहिए, दोबारा पैदा होना चाहिए। इसलिए इस बार की जो शिक्षा नीति है, बेशक वो 34 वर्षों के बाद आई, लेकिन हजारों शिक्षाविदों, हजारों साइकोलॉजिस्ट जो मनोवैज्ञानिक हैं, हजारों ऐसे लीडर्स जो किसी भी संप्रदाय का लीडरशिप करते हैं, नेतृत्व करते हैं, उन सबके विचार मंथन के बाद एक ऐसी शिक्षा नीति का उदय हुआ है जो हमारी मूलभूत संस्कृति थी, जो संस्कार थे, जो हमारी संवेदनशीलता थी, जो हमारा दृष्टिकोण था, उसे दोबारा स्थापित करने में समर्थवान बनेगी, ऐसी आशा रखती है श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी। लेकिन किसी भी देश की शिक्षा तभी संभव है जब उसकी शिक्षा नीति को स्वीकार करे शिक्षक। शिक्षा नीति को अगर स्वीकार नहीं करेगा शिक्षक, तो फिर वो शिक्षा कैसे देगा, कैसे स्थापित करेगा, कैसे उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करेगा। इसलिए श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी ने पिछले 62 वर्षों से इस बात को स्वीकारा है कि निश्चित रूप से अगर सभी क्रांतियों की जननी शिक्षा क्रांति को सक्सेसफुल बनाना है, उसे ठीक से इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, तो निश्चित रूप से शिक्षक को महत्व देना पड़ेगा जो उसका महत्व है, अर्थात उसे गुरु स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा। और श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी ने उसे गुरु स्वीकार करते हुए और एक ऐसा पिलर, एक ऐसा स्तंभ जो देश में शिक्षा की क्रांति लाके शिक्षा में एक परिवर्तन कर सकता है और समाज को परिवर्तित कर सकता है, उसे आधार मानते हुए निश्चय किया है कि भारत के प्रत्येक शिक्षक तक हम नई शिक्षा नीति पहुंचाने का प्रयास करेंगे। और शायद उसी क्रम में आज हम आपके सामने हैं। अब जरूरत इस बात की है कि शिक्षक भी ये स्वीकार करे कि मैं राष्ट्र निर्माता हूं, या मैं अगली पीढ़ी का जन्मदाता हूं, या मैं अपने साथ जो विद्यार्थी है उसके भाग्य का उदय कर सकता हूं, या उसमें जो विशेषता है उससे उसका परिचित करा सकता हूं, उसे अंकुरित कर सकता हूं, उसे परफेक्शन तक पहुंचा सकता हूं। ये तमाम चीजें शिक्षक को भी स्वीकार करनी पड़ेंगी, तभी समाज उसके महत्व को स्वीकार करेगा। नई शिक्षा नीति में इस बात का भी पूरी संभावनाएं हैं कि केवल शिक्षार्थी और विद्यार्थी की सर्वांगीण विकास ना हो, बल्कि शिक्षक का भी सर्वांगीण विकास हो। शिक्षक भी अपने को शिक्षक स्वीकार करे, शिक्षक भी संपूर्ण रूप से अपने को परिवर्तित करे, जो वैश्विक स्तर पे बहुत सारे परिवर्तन है, जो चेंजेस हैं, उन्हें एक्सेप्ट करे वो, और एक क्रांतिकारी शिक्षक बने। क्रांतिकारी शिक्षक का अर्थ ही यह है जो परिवर्तन स्वीकार करे। अतः श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी की तरफ से मैं अपील करना चाहता हूं, जो भी शिक्षक हमारे सामने हैं, कि सर्वप्रथम तो वे अपने स्वाभिमान और अभिमान को बरकरार रखते हुए अपने को शिक्षक स्वीकार करें और राष्ट्र निर्माता के रूप में स्वीकार करें। यकीन मानिए उसी समय से एक परिवर्तन शुरू होगा, और वो परिवर्तन विद्यार्थी से नागरिक और नागरिक से देश तक पहुंचेगा। ऐसा हमारा विश्वास है, ऐसा हमारा आस्था है। जहां तक नई शिक्षा नीति की बात है, उसमें नई शिक्षा नीति जो सैकड़ों पन्नों में समाई है, तो निश्चित रूप से सैकड़ों पन्नों में अगर समाई हो तो एक साधारण दृष्टिकोण बनता है कि वो निश्चित रूप से बहुत जटिल होगी, बहुत कठिन होगी। लेकिन आज मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि जो हमारी मास्टर ट्रेनर हैं साजिया, उनके द्वारा वो सैकड़ों पन्नों से निकलकर उनकी भाषा के द्वारा, आपकी भाषा के द्वारा आप तक पहुंचेगी, आपके हृदय तक पहुंचेगी, ताकि आप उसे ठीक से इंप्लीमेंट कर सकें। इस विश्वास के साथ कि शिक्षक आज उनके जो भी कंफ्यूजन्स होंगे, जो डाउट होंगे, जो क्वेश्चन हैं, उनके जो भी क्वेरीज हैं, वो सब चैट बॉक्स के माध्यम से वो हम तक पहुंचेंगे और हम उनका समाधान खोजने का प्रयास करेंगे, हम उनका आंसर करने का प्रयास करेंगे, ताकि वो ठीक से उसे अंडरस्टैंड कर सके और इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके। अंततः मैं तमाम शिक्षा अधिकारी जिन्होंने हमारे सहयोग को स्वीकार करते हुए हमें ये वेबिनार करने का मौका दिया, वो तमाम शिक्षक जो आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, वो अन्य सभी लोग जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, उन सब का पुनः एक बार धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ, आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत आभार।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और आभार आदरणीय अशोक सर आपका। थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर इंस्पायरिंग वर्ड्स। यू रियली मोटिवेट all of us, all the teachers also. Thank you so much for addressing us all. So as respected Ashok sir was rightfully, he was saying that teachers are the pillars of the nation and they need to realize their worth. Then only they can bring about the transformation that is required, that is mentioned in the new education policy also. The new education policy, like it says, it empowers teachers, it gives more uh, empowerment to the teachers. In this policy, it put this policy, National Education Policy 2020, puts teachers at the center of the fundamental reforms in the education system. And as sir was also mentioning the same thing, that it will help to reestablish teachers at all the levels as the most respected and essential members of our society, because they truly shape the next generation of the citizens. And we at Sri Aurobindo Society also believe that teachers are the pillars of the nation and this country depends on them. So with that note, it is time to move forward. And we are talking about the new education policy, where our master trainer will soon begin the training session, Ms. Shazia Benazir, and she will take the training session in English language. So I welcome her also in this session. And I also welcome Mr. Sayandeep Som, sir, the district coordinator, because it is his efforts that's paved way for organizing the Southwest Garo Hills webinar that's being organized by Sri Aurobindo Society and Samagra Siksha together. So moving forward, built on the foundational pillars of access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. This new education policy is aligned with the new agenda of 2030 agenda of sustainable development, and it aims to transform India into superpower, super knowledge of a vibrant knowledge society. It aims to transform India into. So there are various high points of this education policy, which I'm not going to talk about because that will happen in the training session where the teachers will be oriented in detail with the policy. As respected Ashok sir was also saying that initially the teachers may think that this policy is very, it is complicated, vast, but our master trainer will try her best to put this into simple words and explain the policy. And Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, he has also mentioned that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweeter. Why I'm mentioning this quote right now here is because only with collaborative efforts, initially the policy may seem to be difficult, but with collaborative efforts like organizing these webinars, understanding the policy, the fruit becomes sweeter. The teachers will be able to understand this policy easily. So with that note, it is time for me to invite our chief guest who's already joined us in this webinar. And I request our chief guest, Ms. Arati D. Sangma, DSEO, Southwest Garo Hills, Meghalaya, to address us all and share her views on the new education policy 2020 and motivate the teachers who are watching us live via Zoom and YouTube channel.
Okay. Chairperson, for giving this opportunity. So good afternoon to you all, respected dignitaries of Sri Aurobindo Society, Mr. Ashok Sharma, National Training Head of the program, Rupanta, Event Coordinator of Sri Aurobindo Society, District Coordinator, Mr. Shayandip Shom, and other dignitaries of Sri Aurobindo Society, and all my dear fellow teachers. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving this opportunity to speak few words on national education policy. So, uh, national education policy was outlined the vision of India's new education system, and it aims at making India a global knowledge superpower. Uh, so thank you, Sri Aurobindo Society, for organizing such program to our district so that our teachers will also be mostly benefited. So in this regard, I'd like to appeal all my dear teachers to join the series of webinar, which will be continuing even now also on National Education Policy 2020. And I think it's been already launched by the society with the guidance, support, and association with the district Samagra Siksha. And this program is particularly meant for Southwest Garo Hills district. So, dear teachers, kindly associate yourself with the new education policy, and it will certainly overview the various programs initiated by Sri Aurobindo Society and which uh, help us in bringing up our youth for the days to come. So with these few words of encouragement, I would like to end my speech. So thank you all. That's all from my side. So thank you, Aurobindo Society.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for addressing us all and joining in this webinar. It was indeed an honor and pleasure to have you as the chief guest today. So, as ma'am was saying, that teachers need to put in their best foot forward, and she was urging the teachers to participate with full zeal and zest. So, I'm also reiterating that, repeating the same thing, saying, urging the teachers to share their views, comments through the chat box section of the YouTube channel. Because the training session is soon to begin. The way the teachers of Meghalaya, they support Sri Aurobindo Society, and the wonderful, beautiful ideas, zero investment ideas they've shared in the past with us, their zero investment innovative teaching ideas, they're really remarkable, and association with Meghalaya state teachers is truly valuable to us. So with that note, I would request our master trainer, Ms. Shazia ma'am, to take the webinar forward and orient the teachers with the new education policy 2020.
Thank you so much, Shikha ma'am. Good afternoon, Meghalaya. Good afternoon, respected Aarti ma'am, who is with us today as a chief guest, DSEO Southwest Garo Hills, Meghalaya. And as a special guest, we have our national training head, Rupantar Sri Aurobindo Society, as respected Ashok sir. A very warm welcome to all the respected dignitaries and respected Ashok sir in this webinar. And moreover, all the respected teachers who are connected with us through Zoom, through Facebook Live, through YouTube. So a warm welcome from me, from Sri Aurobindo Society, to all the respected teachers. Before beginning with today's topic, that is NEP 2020, I would request all the respected teachers that today we are not going to organize any training session or here. It will be completely a discussion, interaction, where I will be sharing some of the examples to make you understand NEP 2020 in a simple possible language. So to make me feel that I am with you, we all are sitting in a training hall where we will be having a discussion, we will be sharing the ideas. So for that, please make me feel connected with all of you. So now the question will be that how we will be feel that we are in the same place. We are not connected through the online platform. So I will request all the respected dignitaries, all the respected teachers to use the chat box. If you are connected to me through Zoom, so you can use the chat box if I will be asking you anything to make me feel that we are connected. Respected teachers who are connected with me through Zoom or through YouTube, they can also use the chat box to make me feel that we all are connected. So before proceeding with the NEP 2020, I will allow to confirm from all the respected teachers, am I audible to you? Is my screen visible to you? So I will be accepting your chat responses from the YouTube, and I will try to name each and every teacher who will be responding to me through the chat box of Zoom, through the chat box of YouTube. So I am just checking on your responses in the YouTube as well, waiting for your responses. Am I audible to you? Is my screen visible to all the respected teachers? So just let me know in the chat boxes that I am audible to you, my screen is visible to you. Yeah, I have started getting the responses of respected teachers from the YouTube. That is, Praful sir is saying, yes, my screen is visible and I'm audible to all the respected teachers. Just give me a moment. I will just adjust my screen. So today we will be discussing about NEP 2020. Most of the teachers might be aware about the NEP 2020, but today I am getting the response from the Jagat. Okay, Jagat sir is saying yes. Okay, so today we will be discussing NEP 2020, and I will try to make this long NEP 2020 policy in the simple possible language to all the teachers of Meghalaya, and with the simplest possible examples. So before proceeding to our main topic, NEP 2020, I would love to share a few of the etiquettes with you. Etiquettes, I must say, there are certain things which we need to take care whenever we start any virtual meeting, virtual class, any for that reason, anything. So I will love to request all the respected teachers that if you have any question, if you want to share any thought, you want to interact with me, so please park your question for the end of the session. So by the end, we will be discussing the things. If you have any confusion, if you want to share anything, we will be discussing by the end of the session. So request all the respected teachers, please park your question towards the end of the session. And one more thing, please keep pen and notepad with you, because maybe sometimes you will feel anything to note down, anything, because to make our memory complete, we need to write it down. That makes our memory, that makes our learnings very sharp. So keep notepad and pen with you. So if you feel to share anything, if you feel to note down anything, you can do it easily. Rest mute, keep your screen, keep your who else is has joined with me through the Zoom, keep yourself on mute. Maybe I will hear you out by the end of the session. Till that, try to interact with me as possible as through the chat box of YouTube and Zoom. And before introducing NEP 2020 to you, all the respected teachers, I would introduce my organization, Shri Aurobindo Society, to all the respected teachers. So before introducing Shri Aurobindo Society to you, I am waiting for your response to know how many teachers know about the Shri Aurobindo Society right now. So I'm waiting for your responses in the YouTube, in the Zoom as well. So how many teachers already know about the Shri Aurobindo Society? So waiting for, don't make me feel that I am staying somewhere, I'm not connected to you. So please respond in the YouTube, use chat box. Let us enjoy this 1-2 hours in such a way that you won't feel that it's any webinar going on. You must feel that we are having a fun time, we are interacting, because I don't want to make it a training session. So let's make it an interactive session. Okay, Praful sir is saying that he already know about the Shri Aurobindo Society. Great. So I will be introducing my organization to you in a brief before proceeding to NEP 2020. So Shri Aurobindo Society has been working since 1960. So it had been more than 60 years since Shri Aurobindo Society is working towards individual perfection through collective consciousness, social transformation, and unity in diversity, that too around the globe. And our head office is in Puducherry. And I actually feel very proud to share with all the respected teachers, with all the respected officers, that Shri Aurobindo Society has been recognized as the institution of national importance. We all know that there are certain institutions in India which are known as the institution of national excellence. Like, I'll give you example of few institutions. That is, we know about the AIMS, we know about the IIT. Now the question arises that we already know that IIT has been working in the field of technology since long, and AIMS has been in the field of medical since long. Now the question arises, if Shri Aurobindo Society has given the importance of institution of national importance, so how is Shri Aurobindo Society working, and which is the field Shri Aurobindo Society is working in? So Shri Aurobindo Society is working in the field of education. Shri Aurobindo Society has been in the research form in the field of education. So not only education, Shri Aurobindo Society has been has been in so many other fields, like in the field of leadership and management, Indian culture, rural development. So, but education is the core fundamental work of Shri Aurobindo Society. So I request every respected teacher who is connected with me, all the respected officers who are connected to me. So if you want to know more about Shri Aurobindo Society, do visit www.arosociety.org. This was a brief introduction about Shri Aurobindo Society. Now introducing you ZIIEI. Zero Investment Innovation for Education Initiatives. I am pretty much sure that most of the teachers, rather I must say that majority of teachers might know about ZIIEI program. If you know about ZIIEI program, reply to me with yes. So Zero Investment Innovation Program is for the educators, by the educators. Zero investment innovation for education initiatives is a program where we take the innovative ideas from the teachers, and we as a Shri Aurobindo Society is acting as a medium to I must say that to transport those ideas from not only from one district to another district, not from one block to another block, but from one state to another state. Say, for example, if I give you a simple example to understand that what ZIIEI is. If any teacher, say for example, I'll be taking the example of Southwest Gora Hills only today. So because majority of the teachers are connected from that part of Meghalaya only. So if you are using any idea, say for example, that particular idea is to increase the dropout, to decrease the dropout rate in the school. If any teachers for that instance is using any idea, if he had a problem of dropout in the school and he is facing very challenge, so much challenge in the school, so he after having so much of thought process, after working so much on it, finally he come up with a conclusion that I should do some idea, I should implement some particular idea to decrease the dropout rate in the school. And when that particular teacher is implemented that idea, and he or she is getting an amazing outcome, he's getting a positive outcome out of that idea, don't you think that particular idea should not only be restricted or limited to that particular school only? Because not only that teacher is facing the problem of dropout, maybe n number of teachers in the schools of India are facing the same problem. So this idea need to be taken from that particular school to the other schools as well, so that, because if that particular teacher has got an idea, he thought, or it finally he got some idea and he had the particular positive outcomes out of it, so that teacher also need to be recognized, that teacher that idea also need to be, if positive outcomes are there, that those particular idea need to be used by another teacher as well, with the name of that particular patent of that particular teacher who has, I must say, that invented that idea. So ZIIE is that program only where we are taking the ideas of a teacher which has a positive outcome, if that is sorting any that is a solution, if that idea is the solution of a particular problem, that we are taking that idea from that teacher and just recognizing that particular teacher at the state level by the minister. But there are certain parameters, or I must say there are 4 important things which we need to take care whenever we call any idea as the zero investment idea. That should fulfill 4 important things. First thing is that particular idea should be based on zero investment. Zero investment, I will explain you that zero investment, that there should be no investment. Rather, teachers should be using the existing resources of the school. There are n number of resources. There is a floor, there are doors, there are windows, there are tables, there are chairs, there is a chalk, there is a duster, there is a blackboard, there is a whiteboard. There are n number of things in the school. If teacher is using those existing resources of the school, that idea we can call as zero investment idea, because there is no investment. Rather, teacher is using the existing resources of the school only. Second thing, innovative idea must be already implemented in the school or a community. If we are calling any idea as ZIIE idea, but that idea should be already implemented in the school, because if that idea, if I will write down, say for example, I am the teacher of any school of Meghalaya, if I am writing down any idea, that this particular, I am writing this idea, and this idea is going to increase the learning outcome of the students, and I'm writing it down, and there is no physical implementation of that idea, I won't call that ZIIE, because without implementing that idea, I can't see the positive outcomes, whether what are the challenges I'm facing, what are the outcome of this idea, that won't be known before implementing that idea. So idea should be implemented. If I am giving, if my teacher, I am giving any idea and I have not implemented that won't categorize as ZIIE idea. Third thing is that it should be documented. There should be the proof of the idea that this is the material I'm going to use in the idea, and this is the documentation that these are the challenges I faced in this while implementing this idea, and these are the number of positive outcomes which I am observing in my school. And fourth thing is that it should bring any positive change in the school. It should for sure bring in any positive outcome in the school. Because why we are working on those ideas, why teacher is working on those ideas, because he had a certain problem in the school, and finally having lot of thoughts or the problem, coming up with the n number of the solution, finally he gets some idea that okay, fine, I will be sorting out this particular problem with this particular idea. But that we will recognize that idea as ZIIE idea if that will be fulfilling all these 4 rules. Rather, rules, I must say, these 4 things, 4 important pointers should be I must say that covered by that idea, then only we will be calling that as ZIIE idea. So till now, talking about the milestones of ZIEI, because that question for sure might be in your mind, that till now, okay, fine, Shri Aurobindo Society is talking about the ZIEI program, but till now, what they have been doing under the ZIEI idea, what is the achievement of the ZIEI platform as of now? So right now, the ZII program of Shri Aurobindo Society is known as the Asia's largest training program. And under this program, we have almost trained more than 22 lakh teachers from India. And I was talking about the ZII ideas, that we will be recognized, that idea will be recognizing that teacher as well at the state level. So this idea will be written. There will be a particular booklet which will be launched at the state level, with the name of that state, with the name of that school, with the name of that teacher, with a picture of it will be a kind of patent of that teacher, that innovative idea. So till now, we have launched 54 innovative practice booklets, and that too within a span of, I must say, 5 years. And these 54 innovative booklets belong to 28 states and 9 UTs of the country. And apart from these ZIA ideas doesn't include government teachers only. But there are obviously government teachers have idea. They have a certain problem in the school. They have some problem in the school. They are coming up with the ideas. Then for sure, our private schools, they have the teachers. They for sure have some ideas. They also have certain problems. They are coming up with the ideas. Even those which are not actually the part of any recognized institution, they are working as a tutors. Maybe they have some ideas to increase the learning outcome of students. They have some other idea related to the learning process of a student. So we are also connected with them, as with the private school teachers, with the tutors, through social media as well. And we have till now launched the 2 innovative booklet so far. And usually this booklet comes at the state level only, but Bahraj is a district of UP. Maybe few of the teachers might know about the Bahraj, that is a district in UP. We have launched the district level book of Bahraj as well, because we got so many ideas from that district, so many ideas from the teachers of that district. So because of that, we were actually compelled to launch the booklet of a separate district only. So for sure, I will be expecting that the teachers of Meghalaya will be also giving us n number of ideas. So we will be launching the innovative booklet of separate district of Meghalaya as well. And the total number of the teachers is 1551 teachers till now has been recognized and rewarded at the national level at IIT Delhi. That was in the presence of the education minister, Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal, and he was the current education minister of that time. So this was all about the milestones of Shri Aurobindo Society, a brief introduction of Shri Aurobindo Society, a brief introduction of our ZIEI program. So I hope till now I am clear with all the respected teachers. You can also respond to me from the YouTube as well, because I will be waiting for your responses as well. Whosoever teacher is connected with us, respond through YouTube, respond through Zoom. So that will make me feel energetic, that will make me feel that we are somewhere staying in the Meghalaya only, we are having a face-to-face interaction. So time and again, I will be requesting you to respond to me. That will boost my energy for sure. So now coming to our main topic that we will be discussing today is NEP 2020. Now the question arises that now we talk about the NEP 2020, where from it came. Let us have a bit small introduction about the evolution of education policies. This thought process came into existence after the independence. So first commission, separate commission for the education was given in 1948 to 1949. But that time it was known as the University Commission only, because it was particularly for the university level only. So after that, there was a thought process that there should be also a commission for the secondary level as well. So in 1952 to 1953, another commission came into existence, which was known as Secondary Education Commission. Then, as you know, that change is a law of nature, I must say, though. So that same happened in education policies as well. Then there was some change in the commission. That time it wasn't known as any education policy, but it was known as commission at that time, because a particular department was formulated for the education only. So that is the reason it was known as commission only. So then in 1964 to 1966, another commission for the education under the supervision of Dr. D.S. Kothari came into existence. And after that, in 1968, first education policy came into existence. So I would like to know from all the teachers who are connected with me through YouTube, so how many education policies we have till now. So we'll be waiting for your responses from the YouTube. So how many education policies we have till now? Till the time your responses will start coming, I will be moving ahead. So then there was a change in the education policy. We must say that there was the amendment in the education policy in 1976, and after that, in 1986, the second education policy came into existence. And after that, it was modified in 1992, and that time it was known as policy for education. At that time it wasn't known as the national policy for education. That time it was no okay. After that, there was the change in the report. There was another report submitted under the supervision of TSR Subramaniam on 27th May 2016. And after that, another committee report was submitted on 31st May 2019 under the supervision of Mr. Dr. K. Kasturirangan. So this was all about the evolution of education policy. Now we will be talking about the NEP 2020. So I am sure that all of us will be very eager to know about the change, know about the things that are going to be in NEP 2020. So whenever any policy, any law comes into existence, for sure there is a vision for that why this particular policy, why this particular law has been formulated, why this law came into existence, why this policy came into existence. There is the vision behind that. So now we will be talking about the vision of NEP 2020. The first vision of NEP 2020 is that every student is unique. You must agree with it that every student is unique. Every quality, I am a student of class third. I have some certain quality hidden in me, and only my parents, only my teacher know about it. I am different. Another, maybe, so I have 10 students in the class. Every student is different. Maybe I like singing, other student like dancing, for that instance. Maybe some other like writing very much. So every student is different, be in its quality, be in habits, in everything. And for sure, being every student is different, every teacher must for sure agree with it, because you almost for 8 to 9 hours every day you spend with the students, and you know it that every student has certain special quality in it, right? Be it a boy, be it a girl. So NEP 2020 focus on that to make India global national power. it's very important. It's very, very important that unique qualities of every student should be identified, should be recognized, and accordingly, teachers should work on that quality. Maybe I understand things when teacher makes me understand through dancing. I love dancing. Maybe I love games as well. I understand every concept when teacher makes me understand through dancing, through games. So to make the India as a global knowledge power, superpower rather, it's very important that unique qualities of every student should be recognized, should be identified. That is the vision of, that's the first and important vision of NEP 2020. Talking about the second vision of NEP 2020, it's that it's the right that education is the right of every student, every individual. To get the education, it is the right of every individual. Every student, every teacher for sure must agree with me on that. So to make education accessible to everyone, NEP 2020 does focus on it, that education should be approachable to each and every person. May that person belonging, some belonging to the rural areas, some belonging to the urban areas, some belonging to the metro city, some belong to the non-metro city. So there should be no difference in the education. If I belong to some rural area and my some other student may belong to the urban area, we should be getting the same education. Education should be approachable to that guy belonging to the urban area, and same education should be accessible to me belonging to any rural area, because it's my right to get the education. So NEP 2020 does focus on it, that education should be approachable and accessible to each and every student. And talking about the third vision of NEP 2020 is that, yeah, we talk about the holistic development. Every teacher must agree with it, that we talk about the holistic development of a student. So for holistic development, we don't talk about the academics only, we don't talk about co-curricular activities. There is some other thing which we talk about, is that moral values. So human values. So to make education a holistic development for a student, moral values should also be inculcated in each and every student, to be a good citizen, to be a good family member, to be a good student, to be good in every way. It's very important for teachers to inculcate moral values in students as well. Because if a student is doing great in academics, if he's going, if he is very, very much intelligent, maybe a teacher is predicting that he's going to be a great businessman in future. Don't you think that that good businessman for sure must have the more moral values as well? He should be a good human, should have a love for the country, should have a love for the humanity. So NEP 2020 does focus on it as well, that moral values, human values should be inculcated in the students as well. So these were the three visions of NEP 2020. I hope I tried to make it understand all the respected teachers in a simple possible way. So now talking about the key principles of NEP 2020. So the first principle of NEP 2020 is respect for diversity and local context. Talking about the diversity, if I talk about the diversity of India, it's so huge, it's so vast, that from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, it changes a lot. Be it in context of dressing, be it food, be it attire, be it language, be it culture. And I know that Meghalaya is so much famous for its dressing, for its food, for its culture. This change, with every changing state, diversity also changed. So like I said earlier, that it changed in terms of food, in terms of attire, in terms of culture, in terms of customs. But so NEP 2020 does focus on it, that taking diversity into consideration, we should include local context, local culture in the curriculum as well. So the students from the basic level, from the beginning, should know about the place where that student belongs to. Say, for example, I'll be giving a simple example. If a student, he is a student of class third, right? So if from the beginning he will be given the opportunity, he will be giving the chance to know about the Meghalaya since the childhood, how great, how amazing it will be for a student. Because in future, if he or she has to face any competitive exam, anything, that obviously the first priority, the first questionnaire will be about the native place only. So how amazing it will be that a student from the class third or from the class first is known about the place he belonged to. So that is the reason that NEP 2020 does focus on diversity and local context. So that is the reason that it is incorporating this local context, local diversity into the curriculum as well. Talking about the next thing, that is equity and inclusion. Student, if a student is, like I earlier said, that every student is different. Every student has unique qualities in him or her. So if a student, CWS, and children with a special need, he or she also have a right to study in the mainstream education as well, because it's not his or her fault that he does belong to the CWSN category. So NEP 2020 does focus on it as well, that it's very essential, it's very important that these CWSN students should be bring into the mainstream. Also, there should be no discrimination between the students belonging to the rural areas, students belonging to the urban areas, students belonging to the metro cities. Because you as and teachers for sure must for sure relate to it, that it creates a sense of inferiority complex among the students, that if we discriminate them on the basis of place, on the basis of family they belong to, on the basis of place they belong to. So just to omit this discrimination between the students, it's very important to treat each and every student as the same. See, to bring CWS and students into the mainstream, to make education accessible to each and every student. And that's what NEP 2020 talk about. Third is community participation. Community participation is very important for sure, because if we talk about the community, it's a main pillar of education, because it completes the education process, I must say, and every respected teacher for sure will agree with me on it, that community is a healthy school can be, I must say, that found in a healthy community only. Because if your community is taking initiatives, it taking the efforts for the school, then for sure that school will bloom, that school will excel, because community is giving their free hand, community is giving their full participation in the development of the school. So NEP 2020 talks about that as well, that if any philanthropic, if any private or any institution from the community comes up to help in the education processes, welcome them. If any private institution, if any NGO for that example comes in front to help the school in any way, do accept their participation. So NEP 2020 does focus on community participation as well. Then fourth is use of technology. If see, talking right now, talking about the technology, we easily, all of us, all the respected teachers can relate with it, that yes, technology is need of an hour today. We so much rely on technology because in this COVID times, every one of us understand that how important technology is. Right now I am interacted with all the respected teachers. It's because of I am somewhere in some other part of India, and you all respected teachers being in Meghalaya, and we are interacting in a way that we are sitting somewhere together, we are having a face-to-face interaction. It is all because of the technology. So NEP 2020 focus on it as well, that technology, that students should it's the responsibility of a school, of a teacher, to make students so much familiar with the technology from the basic level only. Because see, I gave you the example of COVID times only, right? So for us it was somehow difficult to cope up with the sudden change in everything, because talking about getting in touch with the person, giving online classes, doing meetings online, doing every possible thing virtually only. So it was somehow surprising for us if we talk about the 2-3 years back. But now it is possible. It's all because of the technology. So times are changing, everything is changing, right? So technology is very important in every way. NEP 2020, that's why it does focus on technology part as well, that students should be so much familiar with the technology from the basic level only. Now, the first thing is conceptual understanding. Conceptual understanding is very important. I'll give you a simple example, that if we are teaching a student, we are teaching a student of class first, that sunlight is very important for any plant to grow, for any tree to grow. And we are just in the classroom, and we are teaching him, we are using blackboard, and we are telling him that see, sunlight is important because sunlight help in photosynthesis, sunlight do this, that, everything regarding the sunlight. And if and then student, and if any child, say for example he is the age of 5 or 6, I must say, and if it's a winter and there is no sunlight, he comes up with a plant that he is very eager to plant, that small flower, or any plant, I must say, for that example. So he is planting that, and within no time what he is observing, that why is my plant so weak, right? He could not relate that sunlight is very important. These are the winter days, I'm not getting the sunlight. These are the cloudy days that my plant is not getting the sunlight. How is it possible for the plant to grow? But he already know that his teacher have told him that sunlight is very important. Then he could easily read, oh my god, what I did, this was the wrong time to plant any flower, right? Because that plant is not getting the sunlight. My teacher told me that sunlight is very important for the normal growth of a plant. That's why my plant is not growing. That is the conceptual understand, that whatever student is teaching, whatever teacher is teaching in the class, students should able to relate that with their real life experiences. One more example I will give you in conceptual understanding. So say for example, how I must say that many of teachers, even I will accept your responses in the YouTube as well. If any teacher is have experienced it, please reply with yes, that when we were the students relating this point to our real life experiences, when we were a kid, and it was and whenever it was our exams, we used to read a lot. Okay, this that, fine, this is the answer of this question. Then when we used to start writing in the examination, suddenly all whatever was in our head, that was completely gone. Okay, oh my god, I forgot that line. If someone will tell me that line, I will remember all the paragraph. I hope this has happened with many of the teachers. I am waiting for your responses. Do respond to me, respected teachers, if you have experienced such thing in your life, that we read, we are so much eager that okay, fine, I read everything for my exams, now I have to go there, I have to write, and suddenly when we start writing, everything is gone out of our head. I hope many of the teachers have experienced it. Do response in the YouTube, do response in the Zoom as well. So, so this was the rote method, that what we, without understanding, we used to memorize things. Okay, this is the answer of this question. We will be relating this with, we will be writing this in the examination, and we will be getting the 90% marks. For sure, you must agree on that NEP 2020 do talk about that we have to come out of this rote method. We have to make things conceptually understand to the students. We have to make learning so concrete for the student that all his life he should able to relate that in the real life experiences. He should able to memorize, he should able to remember everything whatever he is learning in the classroom. This was the fifth point regarding the conceptual understanding of everything. Now, talking about the sixth principle of NEP 2020, that is unique capabilities. I earlier talked about the unique qualities of every student, that every student is different, every student is unique in terms of learning, in terms of understanding, in terms of everything. Say I even earlier give you an example as well, that if I'm a student of class 5, maybe I understand concepts easily when teacher makes me understand through painting. Maybe when teacher makes me understand things through poetry. So every student is unique. NEP 2020 does focus on it, that teachers should consider the unique capabilities, unique qualities of the student as well, so that teachers should identify those qualities first, should identify those unique capabilities, those unique qualities, and accordingly the teacher should work to get the better out of the student depending on this unique capabilities. So this was this point I was talking in terms of what we call as unique capabilities. And seventh point is critical thinking and creativity. In critical thinking and creativity, I will give you a simple example. I will try to make you understand it very simply, that if right now, say I will be taking the example of foundation level students as well. Though he is a student right now, he has no decisions to take in the life, but as he moves on, even we were the kids once, we were not aware that once in a lifetime we have to make so many tough decisions in our life. We have to be so understanding, at the same time we need to be sometimes compromising. Sometimes we need to make so many tough decisions. Sometimes life will bring us into such a situations where we have to act smartly, where we have to understand things, then only we have to make the decisions. So to bring the logical decision making in the students, NEP 2020 talk about it, that from the basic level, from the foundation level, critical thinking and creativity should be inculcated in the students through different activities, through different real life, by giving them different real life situations, so that if even a student goes up, he should be able to make right decisions in their life, may it related to their professional life, their personal life. A student should be emotionally very strong. We every one of us will agree with that we have teacher, as a teacher we need to bring emotional stability in the student as well. So NEP 2020 does talk about it as well. And now the eighth point is that continuous review and feedback. In 2020, in NEP 2020, there is a separate assessment body, I must say, that is known as Parak. which will be assessing teachers, will be assessing students. There is we every time talk about the feedback. There are two types of feedback. One is called as a summative feedback, and another is for first talking about the summative one. So what is summative? Summative and formative. There is two types of feedback. Formative is simply that, so giving you a simple example is that by the after 1 year, by the end of the session, we take the exams to know the outcome of the student, how much they know about the class third, how much they know about the belonging to the particular class. We decide that what is the learning outcome of that student. So that is the summative feedback. Now formative feedback is that we are taking the feedback from the student based on the small activities. That is timely feedback, not waiting for much longer time. We are taking the feedback from the students. So NEP 2020 talk about that only. There will be a continuous feedback from the student, so that if student is lacking somewhere, it should be rectified with the time only, rather than waiting for so long. I will be discussing Parak in detail with all the respected teachers in a later slides as well. Right now, talking about the NEP principle, continuous review and feedback, simply focus on that. There should be a continuous feedback of the students, continuous review of the students. So to know the feedback, to know the learning outcome of students. This was all about the principles of NEP 2020. I hope, I'm pretty much sure that this is clear to majority of our I must say to every teacher rather, because I try to make it understand in a simple possible way. Now, talking about the academic structure, every teacher for sure must know about it, that present academic structure is 10+2. Now there is a not a small change, I must say there is a big change in the academic structure according to the NEP 2020. The change is that the now structure will be 5+3+3+4. I will be explaining this whole structure in detail to all the respected teachers. Now, the first thing we talking about is the first five. What is the first five? The first five will be the foundational stage. Now, before talking about, because it's not implemented yet, right now we have the Anganwadi system. Anganwadi is simply where mostly it's focused after 3 years. Parents send their students to the Anganwadi to give them best nutrition. It's mostly focused to the nutrition part as well. But now there will be a proper trained staff there who will be teaching students as well, taking care of the nutrition as well, but there will be the academics part as well to make the base of the students strong. Now the reason arises that why, because it's seen that from the age 3, 50 and reaching up to the age of 5, almost 50% of the mental development takes place. So when we take students for the admission, student is only at the age of, I must say, 8 or 6. So to take the better advantage of that age group where the majority mental development of the student takes place, so this foundation stage, rather we can say that preschool came into existence. So here in preschool, in foundation level, there will be a preschool. Students will get the admission in the foundation state when they are at the age of 3. And first 3 years will be for this foundation level for preschool, I must say. And after that, class first and second of a student will be there only. That will be for 2 years. And at that time, the age of the student will be between 6 to 8. Student will be at that time 6 years to 8 years. After that, there will be the another 3. This was about the first 5, and then there is the second, that is 3. So the second three will be the preparatory stage. In preparatory stage, the student will be in class third, fourth, fifth, and the age group of the student will be between 8 to 11 only. So in this preparatory school, teachers will focus on playway method. Mostly learnings will be activity based. Classes will be interactive. Students will be interacting with each other. They will be sharing. There will be pair learning. Students will enjoy like there is no learning, but there will be learning. There will be a playway method. And then there comes the another three, that is middle stage. And in middle stage, the age of the student will be from 6 to 8, and mostly it will be between the age group of 11 and 14. At that time, the maximum age of the student will be 14 only, and we will be calling that stage as middle stage. And here teachers will mostly focus on experiential learning in every subject. Science will be experiential learning, maths will be experiential learning, arts, SST, humanities, any subject. Here, teachers will be focusing on experiential learning only, because here students will be doing things by their own, and obviously with this they will be relating their whatever they are learning in the class, they will be relating their learnings to the real life experiences only. Now, talking about the last but not the least, that is the fourth level. What we will call that fourth level is secondary stage. In secondary stage, we have student will be at the age of 14 to 18, and it will be class 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. From 9th, 12th, there will be a secondary stage that it will remain for 4 years. And the most important and amazing change here it is that after 10th, we were given with the set of the books that this is the stream. You can choose this party. If you want to read the science, there are 4 subjects in this stream that they are packed up and you have to take them. Say for example, I want to read the science. In science, I have a particular interest in the chemistry only, but I'm not interested in biology, in botany or zoology. But this was a packet, right? If you have to go with the science stream, then for sure you have to go with chemistry, physics, botany, and zoology, and English. There were the 5 subjects. This was the packet of subject, and it was given to me. Take this and read it. Then only you can read the chemistry, because you're interested in chemistry, you want to read the chemistry, you have to take other subjects as well. And say for and another person who was very interested in going with the commerce, and he was interested in economics only and not in rest of the subjects, but he was compelled to take the other subjects as well, because again there comes the thing that it was a packet of books, it was a packet of a stream that take this and you have to read it. But now there is a big change in it, that there is a complete flexibility in the selection of subjects. Now, if I'm a student of 11th, I'm promoted to 11th, and now I want to read chemistry, and I don't want to read the rest of the books like botany, zoology in that stream. And I want with chemistry, I want to go with the economics. Yeah, I have the full flexibility that I can choose any subject as per my interest, as per my choice. So there is no silos between the subjects. This is the rather great news for all of the students as teachers as well, that they don't have to compel the student to read this particular book. So this change will be in the secondary stage. This was all about the new academic structure, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. I hope that every respected teacher is very much clear with this structure, that there is a big change in the education academics structure now. So now this was all about the this change in the academic structure. Now one more not one more, there's n number of great changes in NEP 2020. Now talking about the ECC framework. ECC is early childhood. See, I'm making you understand this with a simple possible example as well. If whenever we construct any house, we usually focus that the base of the house should be very strong. All the teachers will for sure agree with me on that. That base of the house should be strong. Then if any, God forbid, if any untoward will happen, our house will be for sure safe. Say for example, if flood will be there, if earthquake will be there, our house should be safe, and it will be safe only if the base is strong. So to, when we think about a house so much, that the base of the house should be strong, isn't it important we should also give importance to the base of a student? If a base of a student is strong, then for sure he will excel in life. But if base is weak, maybe student will be lacking all their life, that yeah, my base is not strong, I am lacking somewhere. So ECC is framed keeping this thing into consideration, that basic foundation level of the student should be very strong, so that if burden will be, if there will be more burden in any on any student, he or she should accept it happily. So early childhood framework is given in for that, but there is a separate body for the early childhood education as well. So we will be calling that NCPFECE, National Curriculum and Pedagogical Framework for Early Childhood Education. It will be framed by NCRT to take care of the early education. In this way, in this education will be made multifaceted. In it, importance will be given to arts, to puzzles, to shapes, to indoor games, outdoor games, to craft, to drama, to music, to poetry, to everything. Because like I earlier said, that every student is different in be it in its unique qualities, be it anything. I understand, maybe I like I every time give this example, that maybe I am a student of class 7th and I understand things through games. Maybe I understand things through role play, through drama. So everything will be inculcated in the curriculum as well. So if the student is comfortable to understand it in any way, let the teacher do that way. Because at the end, it's a goal of every teacher that the learning outcome of the student should be best. So here this framework will be framed in such a way that education is that learning teaching process is they are actually trying to make learning process so easy that every possible student should understand, should enjoy learning, to promote the experiential learning, to promote the joyful learning. These are the things that will be done in ECC. And one more important thing is that school preparation model will be there. In school preparation model, what will be doing, there will be a 3 months module, 3 months play based school module. Because usually when school of any student is changed, it takes them a lot of time to get adjust in the new atmosphere. It's not for us students only, even taking the example of elders as well. If we change the place, say for example, respected teachers right now sitting in the Meghalaya, they will get their transfer to some other state, say for example Delhi. So it will take a lot of time for them to get adjusted in that place. Likewise, we will be expecting the same from our small kids as well. So taking that thing into consideration, school preparatory model was given. In this school preparatory model, what will be done, 3 months play based module will be framed, so that whenever school is changed, if I am right now I am in the foundational level and now I have to move to the preparatory school, it will take some time for me to adjust with the new friends, with the new classmates, with the new teachers, in the new school, in the new place. So for first 3 months I don't have to attend the classes, I don't have to be in a particular disciplined classroom. There will be a playway module for me for the first 3 months. It will give me the chance. It's for the grade first learners, and it will give me the chance to adjust in the new atmosphere, to adjust with the new people. So this school preparation model is for that reason only. And research and best practices will be done from time to time to conduct the latest research on ECC, that what are the changes to which are required in the early childhood care education on the national level as well as on the international level. This was all about early childhood care education. So this was just an introduction. Now talking about the things what we what we teach a student when in the formative years. What are the formative years is that after the three students start learning things, whatever is happening in their surroundings, they try to I must say they try to inherit that okay, this person is talking like that, I should also try it. Okay, this person is eating like that, this person is talking like that, I should also try for it. So there are the certain things which we teach our students in the early level, in the foundation level, in the formative years, I must say. So here ECC focus on the certain things which we should prioritize to teach our students. First thing is teamwork and collaboration, that we should taught our students from the beginning that teamwork and collaboration is very important. We should learn to work in a team. We should help each other, we should collaborate with each other. If I maybe we are the 10 students in the class, maybe I know certain things, my friend knows more things about the topic, my another friends knows some more things, my other classmate knows some more things about this particular topic. So we will be working in a team, we will love each other, will have a love for the humanity, we will have a respect, love for every person. So this is the teamwork and collaboration. Here ECC will be working on teamwork and collaboration as well. Now the next is play based and discovery learning will be there. Every student in the formative years should enjoy whatever he is doing, maybe learning, maybe writing, maybe playing, maybe talking. He should enjoy, because these are the initial I must say initial years of a student, to enjoy, to go, to get into the things, into the new things. So for that reason, more focus in the formative years should be given on the play based and discovery based learning. And ethics, which is very important, we should also inculcate moral values, ethics in the students. So today's student is going to be the tomorrow's youth, on which I must say that the whole society does depend on. So he should be ethically strong, he should know what is right and what is wrong from the beginning, I must say. Next is self identity. It's very important, what we call as a self respect, self identity, that if I want to be something in the society, I have to be good with the society. There should be some identity of mine. People should know me that I'm a good person, people should know me that I am doing good in my life, I am an ethically strong person. I should have my identity as well. And etiquettes, behavior, emotional development should be also focused in the formative years. Curiosity is the main thing. Student in the formative years, kids already have a lot of curiosity, I must say. They want to know everything, why this has happened. If you have a kid at your place, you can easily relate it. So they want to know that why is this happening, why is that happening, why does birds fly, why do we talk, why do we eat. They have a lot of curiosity, I must say. So we should all in the formative years, teachers should also focus on developing the more curiosity in the student, to know, to invent, to discover things. Now, and logical thinking and problem solving, I we even discussed it earlier in last slide as well, that students should be able to make the sound decisions in the life as well. Because again saying that today's kid is going to be the tomorrow's youth on which our country does depend. So his logical thinking and problem solving should be very strong. Art and craft and music should be inculcated in the formative years. They should have a love for the nature. They should have a good relationship with the nature. We should try to make them understand colors, shapes, alphabets, numbers, so they enjoy. So they feel that we are not learning, we are just playing. They should have a joyful learning. So these are the things we will be taking care in the early childhood, in the formative years, I must say. Then one more thing, it's rather a great news for the teachers, for the students as well, that reduction in the curriculum. Reduction, there will be almost a 30% reduction in the syllabus according to the NEP 2020. And this reduction, this syllabus, because see, there are n number of ideas, innovations which teacher want to implement in the school, but because of the syllabus burden, because of the curriculum, because of these things, they are not actually so flexible to implement, to promote joyful learning, to promote experiential learning, because they are overburdened with the somewhere with the syllabus, with the curriculum. That is the reason NEP 2020 has reduced 30% of the syllabus, because so that teachers should focus on competency based education of the student. Teachers should focus on critical thinking of the student. And there are so many things, that why is there a reduction in the syllabus, because like I earlier said, that to promote the experiential learning of the student, to promote the experiential learning of the student. And then we usually talk about the holistic development of the student, because when we talk about the holistic development, there comes the n number of things in the holistic development of the student. He should be critically sound, he should be emotionally strong, there should be the experiential learning, there should be the competency based education. Students should enjoy learning, they should not feel that it's any kind of burden. So for that, teacher need to inculcate different teacher need to implement different activities, different learning approach. Their teaching approach should be different, to promote experiential learning, to promote interactive classes. This is the reason that syllabus, 30% of the syllabus has been reduced. And now focus on the competencies well defined by the LOCs and integration of subjects. The main aim of a teacher is to achieve the learning outcome by the end of any class, by the end of any session. There are the particular set of learning outcomes, that what is the minimum learning which should be there by the end of the session or end of any activity. So it's very important. Now there are the different things which need to be taken care of, like competency based education. What is competency based education? When the student is using his best knowledge, his best ability to gain any skill, to do any activity, that is the competency based education, right? Now student not only should understand the concept, but he should be able to develop the mastery on that, to get the outcome, to get the learning outcome out of that. Now the integration of subject. Integration, this is the concept which is very interesting. We talk about the integration of subject. In integration of the subject, I will be doing an activity with all of you. You are, every teacher for sure will agree on it with me, that subjects are related to each other. Science is related to mathematics, mathematics is related to Hindi is related to some other subject. So if subject should be taught in such a way that they are integrated with each other. If, say for example, if I will be taking any subjects, for example maths, right? If I'll be doing a simple activity with you, if I am showing a simple finger, right? If I'm showing a simple finger, I'm showing this index finger to the student, right? If I'll be asking the students, they are the class third student or second class student, I'll be asking the student, what is this? Obviously for sure the response will be that it is a finger, right? If I'll be showing the another finger and I'll ask the students that what is it, For example, class second year or class third student for sure will be know that these are the fingers, right? So in that way, what is a finger? Fingers related to the science. Fingers, singular plural. It's related to the English. This is a small activity which we can do with the students. We will be integrating the subject. If we are teaching maths to the student, maths should be taught in such a way that not only the maths, but except maths, what student is learning. Maybe if you will integrate it in such a way that maybe with the maths, students can learn social studies as well, students can learn English as well, students can learn science as well. So try to integrate things, maybe through sports, through arts, through information and technology, through storytelling. Maybe if I am telling the story of anything, say I have to taught the measurements to the students, and I'm telling them a story of a small girl. That small girl, she was playing, then she has to measure, she has to draw any structure on the she has to draw any shape on the wall or on the floor. If she knows that I have to draw it 2 centimeter long, how will she draw it? I will be make them, I can make easily, I can make them understand with the help of the story as well. And with the help of they are learning English, they are learning maths as well. So these are the things how we can integrate a subject. Because if a class third student in morning first class is having of English, after 1 hour he is having the another class of maths. After that he is having the he or she is having the another class, that is SST. After that she is having one more class of English. So if I am a student of class third and I'm not interested in rest of the subject because I'm already interested in English, so teacher should taught me every subject in such a way that I should able to relate it with the English. But with the English he is trying to teach me other subjects as well. This is the main thought process behind this integration of the subjects. And third is no silos among the subjects of the learning. I already discussed about it, that there should be no separation between the streams. There should be the complete flexibility after 10th, that students should be given that if you want to choose maths with the economics, you have full flexibility to there should be no difference between between the curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular activities. There should be no integration with the sports, arts, academics. If any student, say for example, is good in co-curricular activities and not good in academics, maybe he can do great in his life, right? So we should be given the equal importance to every parameter. Promotion of multilingual teaching. Except English is the mostly English is the medium of teaching everywhere. Books are mostly in English. Now multilingualism will be focused on three languages, will be inculcated in I mean to say introduced everywhere in every state, so that a teacher it will be easy for the students to understand the things, to relate with the things. So minimum of the three languages will be there. Emphasis on digital literacy. We talk about the technology, how important is these days the technology, how important it is for the students to get familiar with the technology as well. And now development of the scientific temper. Students should understand the scientific logic related to the everything behind everything. That why was it Newton only who discovered that why apple is falling down, why isn't it going up? That was his scientific temper, that was his curiosity, which that's why that law of gravity came into existence with us. So we should develop that scientific temper in students. That is what NEP 2020 does talk about. In addition to these things, NEP 2020 does focus on mental development of the mental and physical development of the students as well. So for the physical fitness of the students, there will be the annual health checkup of all the students, because healthy mind can be seen in a healthy body. So to implement this code. Monthly checkup, annual checkup will be there. NEP 2020 does focus on this, that there should be the annual checkup of students every year in every school, to know the physical fitness of the every student. And after that, there will be the hiring of adequate number of the counselors and teachers which will monitor the physical health of the students. In every school there will be a counselor who will be monitoring the physical health of the student, so that if any student is facing any issue, any mental emotional instability, any physical problem, there will be the counselor who will be taking care of those things. And now reduce weight of the bags. I must say that need of an hour, that weight of the bag is creating a number of issues in the spinal, in the cervix of students, in the cervical cord of student, in the spinal of students. So to get rid of those problems, NEP 2020 does talk about that there should be that weight of the bags should be reduced, because if 30% of the syllabus is reduced, automatically there will be reduction in the weight of the bags as well. And focus on the children with the disabilities. Like I said, that focus is given on the CWSN student, that they should come into the mainstream school students as well. So there will be the infrastructure, there will be the easy access for those students, easy access to everything for the children with a special disability. So care will be taken, special care will be taken for the CWSN students as well. And skills should be given to the students regarding the health and wellness. Say for example, during playing, if any student is getting injured and he's having the bleeding, at least another student should know how to use the first aid, the basic thing every student should know. So health and wellness fitness will be health and wellness education will be given to the students as well. Inclusive and caring culture at the school, it's a responsibility of the teacher, of the headmaster, of the principal of the school, to develop the caring atmosphere in the school, so that if student is facing any problem, if student is having any issue in the school, he should be so comfortable to share it with the teachers only. This was about the mental and the physical health of the students, which will be taken care in every school by according to the NEP 2020. So now NEP 2020 does talk about that there should be the bagless days as well, on which the students should enjoy those days, that there is no bag, there is going to be no learning, teaching. This is going to be a free day. In order to make the learning joyful, this all has to be done. Like equal weightage should be given to the curriculum, co-curricular activities. There should be no silos, and experiential learning should be promoted. Subjects should be integrated in such a way that it should not come as a burden to the students, and there should be promotion of pair learning as well. If I am a student and I am learning from my friend, and my friend is my classmate is learning from me, so obviously the learning is going to be very joyful. And use and integration of technology as well, that's what NEP 2020 does talk about as well. Now multilingualism and the power of language learning, I already give you the brief idea about that. That there minimum 3 languages will be there in every in every state, I must say. And most importance will be given to the native language as well, because mostly when students come to us in the formative years, they are mostly comfortable with the native language as well only. So to make that thing easy with the students, importance will be given to the native language. So up to grade 5 and preferably till grade 8, home language will be prioritized. Importance will be given to the home language as well. The language of India, and to promote the language, to actually make the students comfortable in the different languages, They will be given the project regarding the language, some kind of fun project, some kind of other activities to make them comfortable into the different languages. Like I said, that three languages will be taught, that will be obviously decided by that particular state, the particular duty, because it's not possible for any say for example, it's not possible for the student of the Bihar to learn to learn Assamese. So in Bihar, students first priority will be given the language which will belong to the Bihar only. So likewise, particular language will be prioritized depending upon that native one only. Classical language will be also, some importance will be given to the classical language as well. This was in the multilingualism. This till now we talked about the things which are there for the students. Now we will be talking about the certain things that which are there in NEP 2020 for the teachers as well. So first thing is 4-year integrated B.Ed course. Right now, this was the procedure that B.Ed is of 2 years. If anyone has done graduation, if anyone has done PG, he or she has to do the B.Ed for 2 years. But NEP 2020 has got a big change in it. If after 12th, if any person has decided that he want to go with a career in education field only, he or she can go for the B.Ed even after 12th class. But the B.Ed will be for 4 years integrated. That will be the integrated B.Ed course, and that will be for 4 years. And after, if anyone decided to go for the education field after graduation, if he or she is willing to do the B.Ed after graduation, then the B.Ed will be for 2 years. And if anyone has done PG, for him or her, B.Ed will be of 1 year. So this is the big change regarding the Bachelor of Education, which is a compulsory degree these days. If anyone is within the education, or anyone is planning to join the education field, to join the education line, B.Ed is very important. So there are the major changes in the B.Ed program as well. So after 12th, it will be for 4 years, and after graduation it will be for 2 years, and after post graduation it will be for 1 year. And one more thing, there obviously there are certain personalities, certain people in the localities who are very good in the local culture, like they very well are familiar about the local music, local art, local agriculture, sports, carpentry, and various other vocational crafts. We have those persons in our locality. So NEP 2020 does focus on it. If there is anyone in our locality who is very much familiar with the local culture, the local diversity, I must say, that he or she should be hired as a master instructor, and that master instructor should give the classes to the student in the BITE block institutions, or the DITE district educations, or at the school complexes, to promote the vocational courses in the schools. And for teachers, there are certain changes in the teachers transfer system, in teachers recruitment, in teachers deployment. So the first thing is TET, teacher eligibility test, will be for the teachers now onward. If anyone wants to join the education line, education field, he or she has to clear the TET, teacher eligibility test first. If it starts from the foundation level only. If say for example, I want to be the teacher in the foundation level only, for the students of the foundation level, I even have to clear the teacher eligibility test. Depending upon the score of teacher eligibility test, I will be hired as a teacher. So no one can be a teacher without the particular test, that is TET. Now the transparent transfer system, the transfer system will be completely transparent. There will be a database on which online will be everything. If any school in the Meghalaya, say for example, maths teacher in any place of Meghalaya is going to get transferred next month, and say for example he's a teacher of maths, and that will be online in advance, that on this day this teacher is going to transfer, and who is going to come in that place. Because right now we have seen that there is no database, there is no online system for those things, and sometimes schools suffer a lot because one teacher gets transferred, it takes time for the another teacher to join the school. So that is the reason there will be a transparent transfer system, so that everything will be online, everything will be there in advance. And there will be the tech-based planning for the teacher recruitment as well. Like I earlier said, that for the subject expert, it will be online, that how many vacancies are there by the end of the year in every subject. Say for example in maths there will be 10, in English there will be 4. According to that, hiring of the new people will be there, because everything will be online only. Test score and demonstration, for the hiring, like I earlier said, that there will be a teacher eligibility test, and there will be a proper demonstration of the teachers whosoever is going to join the education field. Now, reconstructing of NCET, there will appraisal of assessment, appraisal of teachers will be online. Teachers assessment will be there. Their appraisal of the teachers will be given on the basis of their assessment only. And there will be a particular certificate courses for the teachers who will be teaching the children with the special needs. If they will be given the courses, then they will have a certificate that they have actually they have qualified the particular test. Now they are eligible to teach the students with the special needs. These are the changes which will be there in according to the NEP 2020, in the transfer system, in the appraisal of teachers, in the hiring of teachers, recruitment process of teachers. So these, I am pretty much sure that these things are very much clear to all the respected teachers now. And NEP 2020 does talk about it as well, that focus should be given on socio-economically disadvantaged groups as well. SEDGs should be prioritized, because there is so many discrimination. Every teacher for sure will agree with me on that. If we talk about on a personal note as well, that there is still a discrimination in the society. And it's a great pleasure that NEP 2020 has already talked about it, that there should be no discrimination based on the gender. There should be no discrimination between the females, between the transgenders. So society should be treated as a one. So and also the disabilities, there is a discrimination based on the disabilities, that this student is having this particular disability, so he does not deserve to be in a mainstream. This discrimination need to be omitted according to the NEP 2020. Also socio-economic conditions, there is a discrimination based on the income, based upon the victim which have faced certain things. So there should be no discrimination based on the socio-economic conditions as well. And we have even discussed earlier as well the geographical identities. There's also the discrimination based upon the person, that he is from the village, he don't deserve to be in a mainstream, he doesn't deserve to get the educated path. Now this discrimination need to be omitted. There should be no discrimination based upon the geographical identities. And socio-cultural identities, like there are STs, SCs, backward classes in the society. There should be no discrimination based upon the socio-cultural identities as well. So NEP promotes that one nation, one place, I must say one nation, one identity. There should be no discrimination based upon the anything, based upon the caste, creed, disability, economic conditions. We should all be like a one nation, people of one nation. That's what NEP 2020 does focus on, SEDGs as well. Like I earlier told you, that there will be a particular assessing body which will be known as the Parak setting up of a national center for the parak. The full form of the parak is performance assessment review and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. Here, objectives of the parak will be setting norms and quality standards and guidelines for assessment and evaluation, guiding the state achievement survey, conducting the national achievement survey, monitoring achievement of learning outcomes. So whether the particular learning outcomes are achieved or not, there will be a particular assessment body for it. There will be a separate assessment body for it, which will be assessing the learning outcomes at the state level and at the national level as well. And that assessment body will known as the parak, performance analysis review, performance assessment review and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. It will be catering the whether 24th century skills have been achieved in the student, is skill based assessment achieved in the students or not. It will be taking care of those things as well. Now, this was all about the NEP 2020. Now, here we will be discussing that what are the timelines which have been framed for the better implementation of NEP 2020. The first timeline we will be discussing is 21st to 22. Is in this time frame, it will be actually, see, if in first thing what we do, NEP 20 talks about that these are n number of changes in NEP 2020. First, NEP does focus that in first timeline we will be making teachers and students ready to implement this process by giving particular trainings to the students and to the teachers, so that they will be there, so that it will be easy for the teachers to implement the NEP 2020. And there will be the formation of national curriculum framework for school education as well. And now, talking about the 2022 to 2025, there will be setting of common and well explained guidelines of national professional standards for teachers. Like I said, there will be the particular teacher eligibility test if anyone wants to join the teacher line. And one more thing, teachers to be prepared for the change and transformation in the assessment system. Assessment system will be completely changed, and now teachers will be made it will be made easy for the teachers that how to implement these changes. Now, talking about the 2025 to 2027, here learners by grade 3 will be attained universal foundational literacy and numeracy in all primary schools. And more important, states and UT government to optimize resources through mechanism to group or rationalize schools such as school complexes. And one more thing, at least half of the learners to be given exposure to the vocational education. We earlier discussed that the vocational education will be introduced in each and every school. So for that reason, every school should include vocational education as a part. And now, talking about the 2029 to 2030, here universal provision for improving the quality of early childhood development and care. Focus will be given on ECCE, and teacher education will gradually move into the multidisciplinary colleges, universities, and the BA degree will be made minimum of 4 years. And in 2040, and here when the policy fully operational and the comprehensive review will be undertaken in 2040, hopefully review will be done that what are the things which were mentioned in the NEP 20 have been implemented have been in practice. Actually, it will be analyzed in 2040. This was all about the NEP 2020. Now, talking about the IPCT. app of Shri Aurobindo Society. Majority of our respected teachers might be aware about the innovative Pathshala curriculum tool of Shri Aurobindo Society for sure. So here, what will we be doing here? IPCT app, you can go into the app store, you can go into the Play Store, App Store, and you can download the IP app of Shri Aurobindo Society, and you can find a number of content over there based on activity based on the videos. You will love it for sure. So download the app, write down IPZIIEI, and you will get the app. Now, this IPCT app not only help you to make the learning process easy, but it also help you to achieve the vision of NEP 2020. Now, the question arises that how? If obviously the teachers who have already used the IPCT app for sure can relate with the things I will be discussing, because they already know that IPCT promotes the experiential learning, holistic development of the student, integrated education, learner-centered education, discussion-based education, complete flexibility. It role play, some students may understand in the form of role play, some students will understand in the form of games. So there is a complete flexibility. There are n number of activities given in the IPCT app. There is the discovery oriented, and more important, the learning is going to be very joyful, because for one single topic there are n number of activities given. So like I earlier said, that the respected teachers who are already using the IPCT app can easily relate with it, how these points are achieved in the IPCT app. And those teachers who have not used our IPCT app yet, please download IPCT app, because it for sure will help you to achieve the vision, to achieve the mission of NEP 2020 by focusing on all these points which I mentioned. And not only the vision, but also IPCT app does help you to achieve the 24th century skills of a student, which are mentioned in NEP 2020. Like there should be the critical thinking of a student should be developed, creativity should be developed in the student. So 24th century skills, 21st century skills are also achieved while using the IPCT app, because in every activity there is given that by the end of this activity, what are the 21st century skills we are achieving. And every lesson plan is given in such a form that you must know about the Bloom's taxonomy. This Benjamin Bloom gave this Bloom's taxonomy in order to achieve the learning outcome, in order to assist the student. So these 6 skill levels have been given by the Benjamin Bloom, and now this is known as the Bloom's taxonomy these days. So we here in NEP 2020, it does focus that from the foundation level, students should able to relate everything with the real life experiences. If he has learned anything in the class, first he should this learning should be so concrete, he should able to remember in the future as well. He should able to understand. There are 6 skill levels. So IPCT will for sure help you to understand, because every lesson plan is given in taking into consideration the every skill of the Bloom's taxonomy. First level is achieved, remember. When remember is achieved by the student, after that understand is achieved, and after that apply is achieved, and after that analysis is achieved. So we are achieving it in a hierarchical order. So IPCT app, do use IPCT app. It will for sure help you to achieve the things. First thing will be remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. And not only 24th century skills, not only helping you to understand the Bloom's taxonomy, but IPCT for sure will cater the needs of CWSN students as well. Like I earlier said, that there will be n number of activities for a single topic. So you can use those activities to make the students, CWSN students, understand every topic in a proper way. They will for sure understand, and you will try to get the CWSN students in the mainstream will for sure will be achieved by using the IPCT app. Do download IPCT app and see the change, see the content given over there. Now introducing one more I must say program to all of the respected teachers, that is role model schools. Role model school concept is given by the Sri Aurobindo Society. There are many schools in the India which are already implementing experiential learning, joyful learning, competency based learning. So here Sri Aurobindo Society is identifying those schools to give to promote them as the role model schools, to become so that these schools will become inspiration for the rest of the schools to do the better, to do the best in their future. Under role model schools, Shri Aurobindo Society will be providing you the 50 hours of free training, and with the free content as well, what NEP 2020 does talk about for the teachers to be skillful. That will be provided to all of the respected teachers free of cost. And LMS, learning management system, will be also provided in the form of IPCT app to all respected teachers, where there are so many activities, so many videos given for a single topic to promote the self-learning in the students, and a platform for the quality education. Like I earlier said, that do use IPCT app, and for sure you will found that as a platform for the quality education. And fourth important thing under the role model school is that there will be we will be with us, we Shri Aurobindo Society will be with you 24/7 for 7 days. Our team member will be with you. You already have the state coordinator over there, you already have our capacity building trainers with you, who will help you if you need any difficulty over there, if you have any assistance to be required, they can be with you for 7 days. And now talking about the 24 hours, our app will be with you. You can use our app to get the videos, to get the content, to know how 24th century skills can be achieved, how the values as well as competency can be developed in the students. Moreover, the schools which will be recognized, identified as role model schools, we will be giving you the website as well. When you will be using the IPCT app, there will be the option LMS. On LMS, you can click on that and show your interest to be the role model schools if you are doing great in your schools. So a website will be provided by us to all of you. So it's a great pleasure for the schools to get their websites as an identity. So this will be you can see see on your screen, there's this website will look like. There will be the picture of the principal, there will be the logo of the ZIIEI, school name, school address will be there, and number of the students which are enrolled in your school, that is also mentioned there, name of the principal, and since when the principal is working, and what's the experience of the students. It will be all mentioned in the website, and also the number of teachers in the school will be given over there. Not only this, but name of every individual teacher will be also given over there with their photographs as well. And moreover, if you want to upload any worksheet in the PDF form regarding the school, you can also upload it. You can see the browse option there. You can upload anything related to your school there, and you can submit there is a submit option, you can submit the same. This was all about the role model schools. Now introducing with you the one more program of Sri Aurobindo Society, that is Auro Scholar. In Auro Scholar, it's the actually it's the program where we are giving the micro I must say micro scholarship to the students. What student have to do, I will be making you understand that as well. This program is mostly for the class for the grade 1 to grade 12 of across, I must say, for the students of any school in India. They can use the Oro Scholar app, and mostly from the grade 1st to grade 12th. A student can take 4 quizzes with the 2 retakes in each subject. Each quiz have 10 questions. Whenever the student will get the quiz, every quiz will have the 10 MCQ questions, and to complete those questions you have complete 10 minutes. And if the student scores 80% of I must say, if correction, if score is 80%, then the student will get 50 rupees as a scholarship in their wallet. That means on average every student will get scholarship of 1,000 rupees every month. So it will be the great appreciation for the student that he is earning something by using his intelligence, by using his knowledge, by using his ability. So it will be the great appreciation for the student, and for sure teachers will agree on that with me. Now how do we do it? The first thing comes in the mind, that why oral scholarship, what it's going to do, and how we are going to do it. According to the ACER annual status of education report, it was seen that most of the students are not able to do the questions of their -1 level. Say for example, if the student is promoted to the class 5th, if class 5th students asked to do the class 4th questions, he is not capable of doing that. So in order to minimize that learning gap, Oro Scholar came into exist. More than 50% of the students are, like I said, are unable to solve the -1 problems. Our quizzes are designed to start the, and our this Oro Scholar app will not only provide you the -1 grade questions, it will provide a student the -3. Say for example, if the class 6 student want to do the quiz, first he will get the option of class -3. He will get the option of class 3rd, then 4th, then 5th, then 6th of his own grade. In this way also learning gap will be minimized for sure. And this was all about our Oro Scholar app. You can download this Oro Scholar app from your app stores, from your Play stores. Now introducing one more project of Sri Aurobindo Society, that is Project Inclusion. Project Inclusion was launched in 2016 by Sri Aurobindo Society, and the main aim of Project Inclusion is to identify and support the students with NDD, neurodevelopment disorder, because there are majority of the students with the NDD which are difficult to identify. It's not difficult for the teachers, but even the parents who gave the birth to the kid, it's even impossible sometimes for them to identify the students with the neurodevelopment disorder. This program is particularly designed by the Sri Aurobindo Society in order to develop, because there is the lack of awareness among the parents, among the teachers, that how to identify those students, because these are the hidden disabilities. There are certain disabilities in the students which are very prominent. See, some students which are, they don't they can't write properly because they have some defect in the hand, but this NDD is very difficult to detect. So that is why Project Inclusion is working on that since 2016. So talking about what is the main reason of NEP 2020 even is that the CWSN students should be focused to bring into the mainstream education. So in order to bring them into the mainstream, it's very important that these NDD students should be identified, because they are very sensitive to everything, right? So to make the positive impact on those students, it's very important for us to identify them. Then only the things can be done to get them into the mainstream. That's what project inclusion is doing to achieve the main important point of NEP 2020. So till now, under project inclusion, like I said, we have been working since 2016 under project inclusion. So till now, we have worked in 9 states and 5 UTs. And till now, the total number of teacher oriented under project inclusion was 20,149. And assessment of the teachers was done in which were screened for the NDD was 6,600. It was 6,600, and the students screened by the teachers as a probable cases was 18,176. So you can download these apps under this program. We train the teachers and we provide with them with the certificates that this particular, if the teacher after the assessment scores at least 50%, then certificate is given to that teacher that he is a certified. He should be almost score 50 to 75%, that he or she particular teacher is certified as a teacher who can teach the CWSN students. So you can download this app, Project Inclusion app, in the Play Store, in the App Store. Write down the Project Inclusion, and you can see the screenshots or there. Download in a way, use it. You will get the n number of modules there. We will be giving you the training to 3 to 6 months, so that you will become a certified teachers who can teach the CWSN students. This was all from my side regarding. I gave you the introduction regarding the Shri Aurobindo Society, regarding our ZIIEI program, and after that we had a long discussion on NEP 2020. Also, I introduced few of our programs like role model schools, project inclusion, Auro Scholar to all the respected teachers. So I am pretty much sure that I tried my best, that I was given the responsibility by our respected national training head Ashok sir, that I have to deliver the NEP 2020 to the teachers of Meghalaya in a simple possible way with the simple example. So I hope I try to do it. Now I will request, by the end of the session, I will request respected Ashok sir to conclude this session. Respected Ashok sir, over to you.
नमस्कार. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट ट्रेनर शायनदीप, मैं उन्हें कॉन्ग्रेट्स करना चाहूँगा इस बात के लिए कि उनके एफर्ट्स आज वेबिनार के रूप में चेंज हुए. दूसरा, केवल मेघालय में एक ही डिस्ट्रिक्ट बचा है. उन्होंने सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स कंप्लीट कर दिए हैं. हम सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के बारे में वेबिनार कर चुके हैं और मैं ये उम्मीद रखता हूं कि जल्द ही शायनदीप उस एक बचे हुआ जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है, जो रेस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट है एक, उसे भी कंप्लीट करेंगे. ऐसी मैं आशा रखता हूं, ऐसी होप रखता हूं. इसलिए मैं पुनः एक बार उन्हें कॉन्ग्रेट्स करना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने मेघालय में बहुत बेहतर कार्य किया है. आफ्टर दैट हमारी मास्टर ट्रेनर साजिया बेनजीर, जिन्होंने पिछले 2 घंटे कंटिन्यूअस without taking any water, any juice or energetic drinks, पूरी शिक्षा नीति जो मोर देन 100 पेज में थी, वो सब अपनी भाषा और सरल भाषा के द्वारा, सिंपल लैंग्वेज के द्वारा तमाम जितने भी हमारे साथ टीचर्स थे उनके हृदय तक, उनके हार्ट तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश की और एक सफल कोशिश की, एक सक्सेसफुल प्रयास रहा है उनका. जानते हैं ऐसा क्यों हुआ? ऐसा इसलिए हुआ कि जितने भी शिक्षक थे वो कमेंट बॉक्स में जो भी कुछ कमेंट्स लिख रहे थे वो जस्ट लाइक ए ब्लेसिंग थे मास्टर ट्रेनर के लिए. कोई भी स्पीकर की स्ट्रेंथ इस बात पे डिपेंड करती है कि उसके जो लिसनर्स हैं, जो श्रोता हैं उसके, वो किस तरह से रिएक्ट करते हैं। तो मैं उन तमाम टीचर्स को भी, साजिया के साथ साथ उन तमाम टीचर्स को भी बधाई देना चाहूँगा और उनका थैंक्स करना चाहूँगा जिन्होंने इस जो सेशन था उसे लाइव बना के रखा। तमाम एजुकेशन ऑफिसर्स जिन्होंने हमारे सहयोग को स्वीकार किया और इसे वेबिनार की हमें परमिशन दी, उन्हें भी मैं श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी की तरफ से थैंक्स करना चाहता हूँ। और ये एश्योर करना चाहता हूँ कि जैसा कि साजिया ने करीब 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स, ZIIEI, इनोवेटिव पाठशाला, प्रोजेक्ट इंक्लूजन, ओरो स्कॉलर, रोल मॉडल स्कूल, किसी भी सब्जेक्ट के बारे में अगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे कोई वेबिनार करने का हमसे वो आग्रह करेंगे तो निश्चित रूप से हम उनके उस आग्रह का, इस इंस्ट्रक्शन का हम वेलकम करेंगे, ये मैं एश्योर करता हूँ। और पुनः एक बार तमाम एजुकेशन ऑफिसर्स को मैं श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी की तरफ से थैंक्स करना चाहूँगा। और लास्ट में 2 शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी बात पूरी करना चाहूँगा कि नई शिक्षा नीति एक आधार, एक बेस बन सकता है शिक्षा की क्रांति का, एजुकेशन रिवॉल्यूशन का एक बेस बन सकता है। और सदैव जितने भी रिवॉल्यूशंस हैं, चाहे वो सोशल रिवॉल्यूशन हो, चाहे वो इकोनॉमिक हो या किसी अन्य तरह के, जितनी भी क्रांति है सबका आधार शिक्षा की क्रांति होती है और शिक्षा की क्रांति का आधार शिक्षक होता है। तो गुरुजनों, अब आपके हाथ में है कि आप उसे इम्प्लीमेंट किस तरह से करते हो और नई शिक्षा नीति के द्वारा किस तरह से आप एक शिक्षा की क्रांति को स्थापित करते हो, एक एजुकेशन में रिवॉल्यूशन करते हो। इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू। और हम ये आशा रखते हैं, हम ये विश्वास रखते हैं कि निश्चित रूप से भारत का शिक्षक ऐसा करेगा। और ऐसा करेगा तो निश्चित रूप से इतिहास में हिस्ट्री जब लिखी जाएगी तो मेघालय के इस जिले का नाम भी लिखा जाएगा कि वहाँ के इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट के टीचर्स भी उस क्रांति में सम्मिलित थे। ऐसी श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी आपसे आशा रखती है। आप सभी लोगों ने, हमारी टेक्निकल टीम, ऑपरेशन टीम, जो निर्बाध रूप से बिना किसी डिस्टरबेंस के हम वेबिनार पूरा कर सकें, उन सबको भी मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं। और अंततः जितने भी सब लोग जुड़े हैं हमारे आज साथ, पुनः एक बार मैं उन्हें बधाई देना चाहता हूं। बहुत बहुत बधाई और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत आभार।
Thank you so much, respected Ashok sir, for your motivational words, for inspiration for all us as a team of Shri Aurobindo Society, even for the nation, I must say. And thank you so much, all the respected teachers, all the respected officers who were connected with us all through the webinar, starting from the beginning until end. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for Saindeep, our team member, for organizing this webinar and giving me the chance to interact with the teachers of Meghalaya as well. So have a great evening. Thank you so much for having me out and being with me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Meghalaya.